about that. Hello, and thank you guys so very much for joining the Keys to Success show. My name is Miss Kia Lee, full-time real estate investor based out of the Atlanta, Georgia area, and this is the Keys to Success show. Today we have Miss Eileen, who was supposed to join us today, but she had something come up, and she will be joining us next week on the show. So today we're going to do something a little bit special. We're going to do a live Q&A. So I have my assistant here, Miss Allison, and I have people, anyone who's tuning in on the show today, you guys can go ahead and ask me any questions live. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I share this stream on my Facebook Billionaire Businesswomen Mastermind group and on our Boss Women International group as well. And so anybody who's tuning in today, feel free to ask me some of my keys to success in business, as well as any questions pertaining to real estate investing or the new book, or just any questions you guys may have for me today. So hello on Instagram. I know a lot of times when I'm going live, people will have questions on Instagram and things like that, and I won't be able to get to you guys. So today is your opportunity to ask questions live on the air. So just a little recap, and thank you so very much for tuning in on Instagram. Just a little recap on who I am and what I do. Again, my name is Miss Kia Lee. I am a full-time real estate entrepreneur based out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. I am also in the process of finishing up and releasing my first book, Clear to Close, How to Close Your Own Real Estate Wholesale Deal. Super excited about getting that book out to you, and thank you to all of the people who have pre-purchased your copy of Clear to Close. It is going to be an amazing project. It's going to be an amazing book. And we also have a lot of real estate content coming for you, content with regards to our entertainment company and things like that. So I'm super excited to get all of that content out to you guys. So without further ado, does anyone have any questions for me? And I'll start with you, Allison, because you are here. Any questions for me with regards to anything real estate? And I hope you guys are liking this wig today. You know, we're doing something a little bit different, spicing it up a little bit for you guys. Allison. Allison's first to the table. Hello, Texicon. Thank you for joining.
Your book, Clear to Close.
Yes.
What is it basically about? Like, what are you kind of like touching base on in the book? Like, is it generally a book, you just read it, or is it a workbook, or kind of like what are the key parts in the book that make it special?
Well, with my new book, Clear to Close, what makes it special and unique is the fact that it is actually a workbook. It's not just your average book where you read, and I've read a few different real estate wholesale books that say that it is, that they're really good books, but my book is going to be something that's interactive. You can actually write in it, and it's a personal book designed specifically for you. So I'm super excited for anyone who gets their copy and for everyone who's pre-ordered a copy of Clear to Close, because once you get the book, you get to make it your own. It's something that you keep, and for people that are new into real estate investing, it's going to really it's going to really make the process of how do you actually close a deal more clear and more what's the word? It's going to make it more clear. Yeah, and effortless as well. Thank you, Texicon. It's nice, LOL. What's the LOL for? Either it's nice or it's nice. But no speaking English. Will you come to Turkey? On Instagram, he wants to know if I'll come to Turkey eventually. Yes, I would love to come to Turkey. Do you have any questions with regards to real estate or anything? And thank you guys so very much for everyone who's tuning in on Facebook. Today, I am doing a live Q&A where you guys get to ask me some of my keys to success, and also any questions with regards to real estate investing and things like that. So I am here to answer any questions. So Allison, do you have any more questions?
So I know that you have a few businesses.
Yes.
How do you kind of like juggle and delegate those businesses with your day-to-day life, knowing that real estate is your main thing?
How do I juggle my businesses? So I juggle my businesses with the help of Allison, my amazing executive assistant. I juggle my businesses with just Trello. The Trello app helps to keep things in order. I also use Google Drive, is phenomenal. It helps me keep all of my thoughts and things in order. So I use Google Drive, Trello, and great executive assistants, lots of prayer, and just, keeping my mind clear is how I juggle my businesses. Yeah. Oh, I love you. Oh, thank you on Instagram. Who said I love you? That's not a question, but I love you too. The Billionaire Businesswomen. So yeah, and thank you to the ladies who recently joined the Billionaire Businesswomen yesterday. A lot of people on my banner, on my Facebook banner, you can see on there's a few different logos and things like that. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about my different businesses. So first, I am an investor. So I have Keybridge Capital, my investment company. But I also, after starting Keybridge Capital, started Billionaire Businesswomen Mastermind. And the Billionaire Businesswomen Mastermind is a place where women can come and learn to become their best selves in all areas of their life. So it's a place to inspire women to have greatness, not just financial greatness, but greatness as a mother, greatness as a wife, greatness as a friend, greatness as a woman. And I'm super excited to be the founder of the Billionaire Businesswomen group. Right now, we have about 680 women in the group, and we're starting a new challenge in there with the help of Sherry Ines. And we also have a fitness challenge that's going on. So we're in there inspiring the women to just work out and become their best selves when it comes to their fitness, when it comes to their faith, when it comes to their finances, just becoming their best selves as women. And soon there will be one for men, but I won't be running it. We'll have a man that's running the Billionaire Men's Club. But as of right now, we do have the Billionaire Business Women's Club. How do you keep from becoming discouraged when a deal isn't going in your favor? Honestly, I always, one thing that I've realized in this business, and I've been doing real estate off and on now for almost for 7 years, is that a deal, you have to understand that a deal is not closed until it is closed. So as long as you know that, you will always be keeping your pipeline full, because you know that, you just have to keep it going. You have to have so much property, so many things in your pipeline that you don't get discouraged when something doesn't work out. You just know that that is just a sign for you to work harder and to have more going on in your business so that it's not a discouraging situation. And thank you guys so very much on Instagram for joining. You guys, it's your girl, Miss Lee, coming to you live. We're doing a live Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for me with regards to business, real estate, some of my keys to success, please feel free to ask away. But Christina, thank you so very much for your question. And all of the people who are joining on Instagram, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Also want to let you guys know, I'm really excited about the real estate content that we're about to bring to you all. I know you guys have been following my channel, and you see that we do the keys to success. But outside of this show, when the show ends, it is all real estate. So I'm really excited to start bringing you all real estate videos, some of the houses that we're working on, some of the processes that I go through with my team on a day-to-day basis, and just really help to inform people who want to know a little bit more about real estate investing, how it works, and what the day-to-day life of a real estate investor looks like. Like, what do we do? What does my life look like as a mom? Because I'm also a mother who runs a real estate company and the mastermind group, and now the entertainment company, because we're going to be, really spending a lot more time with the entertainment company as well. So a lot of great things going on. What's your take on purchasing lots? Is that your brother again? That's funny. Is he asking the same question?
No.
Oh, okay. What my take is on purchasing lots? Well, you know what? Recently now in my company, we have come up with a strategy where we are basically marking properties as in, they're different tiers. And so depending on the size of the lot, it would depend on, oh, that's one of my nieces, that's funny. But depending on the size of the lot, it would depend on, the deal. And it all depends on what's the size. Oh, that's your aunt? Oh, okay. I don't know who that was. But it would all depend on the size, all depend on the price, all depend on the location. But I think lots are awesome because you can build on them, you can plant food on them, you can create different, lots can be used for multiple different things. And I need a bottle of water. My throat's feeling a little a little weird. But yeah, so any other questions? Can you sing for us? Wow, that is funny. I am not going to be singing for you on this live. But if you have any questions for me with regards to real estate and investing, you're very welcome. Or just some of my keys to success, I would be glad to go over some of my keys to success with you guys. And for you all on Facebook, the questions that I'm answering over here are on my Instagram Live, where people are chiming in, asking about the lot. Someone just asked if I can sing. We're not doing that, of course. The main objective of the Keys to Success show is for me to discuss some of my keys to success with you in business and in my life as well. Thank you, Allison. What's the next question?
What type of homes do you prefer to purchase? Like, what are your favorite what side of real estate is your?
My favorite?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite types of properties to purchase are vacant properties, just because they're easier. You don't have to worry about tenants moving out and things like that. It's pretty it's pretty simple and streamlined. A lot of times if there's a property with a tenant inside the property, you have to go through the moving process. You have to go through finding them a new property. You have to go through a bunch of different things go into dealing with a property with a tenant. So my favorite type of property to purchase is a vacant one because it's just easier. Now, every property is going to have its different challenges. Some will have, title issues and things like that. But as long as there are no title issues, vacant properties are the best because they're just a lot smoother to close. I know one of the questions that I always ask some of the guests that I have on on my show is what are some of their keys to success in their business, and what makes them continuously go in their business. And if I don't see anyone has asked me that question, but I'll ask myself, or answer that, like what makes me go in this business is, my children and my family, and the fact that you only have one life to live. So for me, knowing that there's one life to live, I want to live it to its best and make the biggest impact on this earth while I'm here, the biggest positive impact on this earth while I'm here, and to positively assist as many people as humanly possible. And so that drive is something that is in me. I would do it for absolutely nothing. And so that's one of my keys to success, is just the drive to want to make a difference on earth, a positive difference on earth, and to help and assist as many people along the way realize their dreams and their ambitions and their goals. And that's why I share so much content live. A lot of people are probably like, you share or you go live a lot or whatever. I do that because I really want to inspire others to know if I can do it in my life, that they can absolutely do it in their lives. And to also know that you don't have to be perfect. Like, things don't have to be perfect. Don't worry about people judging you. Don't worry about people laughing at you. Don't worry about people, because those are the people who aren't doing anything. Those are the people who aren't posting. Those are the people who wish they could do it, but they're, whatever they're going through. So I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just do my best to be my best self, be my most, just be my most comfortable, and to share as much as I can with you guys. For the first-time investor, what would you suggest for them to look into? Multi-family units, investments, or single-family? For the first-time investor, I would say it all depends on what your exit strategy is and what your goals are for your business. So if your goal is to have this large portfolio, I'd say get into larger investments. They're both different, and there's different things you'd have to learn. But I would say learn them both. Get into single family, get your license, go to school, go to real estate school, get that knowledge. You don't necessarily have to get the license, but just learn as much as you can about both and see what resonates with you more. But as far as which one you'd get into, you would have to really decide what your end goals are there. And on Facebook, what is the best way to get a seller to understand the reason behind an offer when they don't agree with the amount that you're offering them? Well, that's a good one. What is the best way to get a seller to understand the reason behind? I mean, comparables, your comps. A lot of times sellers will want this really crazy number for their property, but it all comes down to what are the comparable values for properties in their area. I have a deal right now that we're working on, and the seller, she wants $90,000 on the property, and it's just not worth $90,000, and her house is super small. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can tell a seller as much as you can, hey, I like the house, I really want to buy it, but this price doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, if a seller is firm on it, what we do in our company is we will just send them over to our agents and allow the agent to list it. And we focus on getting properties that make sense. But as far as the comparables, that's how we determine and share to the seller, you know, what their values are. And it's also based on the condition of the asset. Like that lady, her property is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. She wants $90,000 on it. There's a property on that street that right now is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and we have it under contract for $85,000. So, I mean, with that property, you know, we just have to say, hey, I know you want $90,000, but there are properties on the street that are going for even less. So it's a matter of just educating the seller on the different things within their neighborhood that they may not be looking at. Do you recommend a particular real estate school or education approach? Well, first is my new book, Clear to Close. That's step one. That would be the first thing I recommend. And then the second would be, again, it all depends on what your goals are. So the first thing is really getting clear on what your goals are when it comes to real estate investing. And you can reach out to me. You can go to my website, misskialee.com, and I can sit down and we can kind of talk through that. You can book a time on my schedule to discuss some of your goals, and we can come up with a game plan with exactly what you'd like to do in your business. And then from there, you can make a better informed decision as far as, you know, which is the best direction for you to go and what's the best approach for you to take when it comes to your real estate venture. I think I asked that correctly. Yeah, you asked it. What is it? What is the best way to get a seller to understand a reason behind an offer? Yeah, Christina, you asked it correctly. And that was an amazing question, actually. Really good question. Do you recommend a particular real estate school? I've already gotten that one. Your YouTube Norma owner. She wants me to what? I have no idea. Anyway, I have no idea what that question is. But yeah, guys, I want to just thank you all for, you know, tuning in, and for the viewers who do watch the show every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 noon. You know, it is my absolute pleasure to bring to you guys the Keys to Success show. And, you know, one of the major reasons why I started this show is I really wanted to shine light on what it takes for people to be successful in their business, so that others can learn from, so people can learn from others' success and be inspired to know if they can do it, that you can do it as well. And that, you know, that goes for me as a mom and as a business professional. And I always have to say as a mother, because, you know, when you don't have children, things are a lot easier. When you add more on your plate, it can become a little bit more harder. But just to show, even though I am a mom, I don't make any excuses for anything. If anything, I use it as fuel to just become an even better person, an even better investor, an even better businesswoman, to say, I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm also doing it for my family. So one of the main reasons I started this show is to just show people that anything is possible when you work super hard for it. And when you, thank you. When you work super hard for it, and when you just put your mind to it, and when you just go all in, because I think that's what it's all about. And sometimes if you have to hire someone, like I have my executive assistant here, Allison, who's been phenomenal. Every day we have meetings at 10 a.m. and we're consistent with our meetings. We're consistent with our goals. We're consistent with following up with our to-do list each day. And that really helps when it comes to being successful in your business and in your life as well. Yeah, so what? No, well, so I don't know if anyone has, thank you so very much for your comment on Instagram. Thank you, Max, for your comment. Not sure if anyone has asked this, but when will your book be coming out and how do we purchase it? We are actually looking to have all of the edits done by June 30th. How do you purchase it? You can buy the book at misskialee.com. Those are the pre-sales for the new book, Clear to Close. With my pre-sale, I believe the price is $39.99, and that is a signed copy of the book. The pre-sale copies are signed. And once the book is officially released, it'll go to regular price, and those are not guaranteed to be signed, but we will be having book release parties, a signing event, and things like that. And I'm actually having a release party as asking that question. My book can be purchased at misskialee.com under the pre-sale orders of the book Clear to Close. You're very welcome, Angie. Thank you. But that's where you can get my new book. And I'm super excited to bring that to you guys. And I want to tell you, writing a book, in the beginning, when I first started writing that book, it was super easy. Everything came really, it was I love reading, I love writing. So the process of writing that book it came really easy to me. But the ending of it and the editing of it became a bit challenging. And I believe, in life, when you're doing things and when you're taking your life to different levels, there'll be obstacles and things that'll come in the way to just see how bad do you really, really want it. And that's, I think, one of the obstacles that came in the way with the book. But there is no stopping it. And I'm so grateful that we did the pre-sales because it's like, no matter what, this book is going to happen. And I'm so excited to bring it to you guys and for you all to see it, and for anyone who really wants to get into real estate investing, to be able to understand it. Because I'm telling you, I've been in this business for 7 years, and I've taken a lot of courses, and I've done a lot of different things, and I'm taking all of the knowledge. I've been a part of several different masterminds, and have closed a good amount of deals in my 7 years. And I'm taking all of that information and putting it in a book and making it really easy. Because a lot of people get into this business and they still do not know, they still don't know how to close a deal, or they'll sign up with a training program and they still don't know what to do. So the beautiful thing about my new book, Clear Close, is you can actually take that book on your own without having a mentor. If you didn't have one with you, working right there hand in hand with you, and that book is like your mentor to help get you to the closing table. It truly is the best wholesaling book ever to get you to the closing table. So I'm super excited to get that book to you guys and get it in your hands. This is priceless information. Thank you for sharing your insight. You are very, very welcome. And thank you for tuning in and asking your questions as well. And if anybody has any interest in learning about wholesaling real estate or anything like that, along with my new book, Clear to Close, we're also going to release a private Facebook group for everyone who has purchased the book once it is released. And you guys can share your stories on the deals that you've closed and also ask questions. And so that'll be a free group for everyone who has purchased a copy of the book to join and just learn different techniques and network with other people from around the US and around the world who have purchased the book. So I'm super excited to just have all of that stuff come out. But yes, so unless there's any other questions, this is your girl, Miss Lee, coming to you live from the Keys to Success show, where today we're doing a special edition because we had a guest who was supposed to come on the show, but something had come up, and she's actually going to be joining us next week. So I'm super excited to get her on the show next week. But I want to thank you guys so very much for asking your questions. Thank you on Instagram for joining, and thank you on Facebook as well for joining and tuning in today. Asking some, questions from me. And just so you guys know, next week, what day is that going to be? No, on Glenn's show.
July 1st.
Yeah, on July 1st, sorry. On July 1st, I will be on Wednesday, I will be on Glenn Glassford's show. He'll be interviewing me on the show. And there's another real estate show that I'm actually going to be on as well. Doing an interview. I'm not sure the name of it right off the top of my head, but I will be bringing that information to you guys as well. But until next time, you all make sure that you tune in every Thursday Tuesday and Thursday at 12 noon when we discuss some of the keys to success with local business professionals from here in Atlanta, Georgia, and from around the U.S. Until next time, you guys make sure you go onto my website, misskialee.com, and get a copy of Clear to Close. And if you guys have any questions for me, also sign up, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. So until next time, have an absolutely amazing afternoon. Thank you.